What's up guys, welcome back to another video. Hope you're all doing well today. I have to give a massive shout out to a Mr. Levi Hunt for the idea for today's video. It's not even more of an idea, it is exactly what he's done before. He went back and beat all of his old 2023 Supercross track lap times that he used to do on the Yami 450. Back then, that was the meta bike at the time. So I thought, you know what, since these OEM bikes now are, I guess, accepted to be much faster than the old ones that we had, it would be a good idea to try and go through each of the 17 Supercross rounds from the 2023 season and try and beat my qualifying lap time. So we're going to do them one at a time. I feel like there might be one or two tracks that I struggle on a little bit, just because the track itself is quite difficult to get a good flow going. But I'm hoping this shouldn't actually take that long, he says very, very nervously. So this is Anaheim round 1. I'm going to see what my lap time is, and we're going to set a track marker right over there, and we're going to start grinding some hot laps. I hope you enjoy.
For all of you passionate gamers, you can now get 20% off all G Fuel products worldwide by using code LINS at checkout. And for any of you motorheads looking for some new drip or apparel, use code MXPR_LINS15 fxrracing.eu to get 15% off. All links and codes are in the description down below. Enjoy the video and drop a cheeky little like and subscribe.
Right, my lap time to beat is a 59.685. And I think if I remember correctly, anything sub 1 minute around this track was pretty damn good back then. It looks like probably actually got 1 or 2 road marks on this. Oh my goodness, I just munched them whoops. I'm well aware that a bunch of you are newer to the game and didn't watch any of the 2023 Supercross, or probably don't have much knowledge on these tracks. So as I go, I'll try my very best just to kind of let you know what we was feeling back then compared to now. One thing that will be very apparent now is just how easy it is to get over some of these triples. Just like really going slow into these sections, checking up quite a lot on the triples. Fast line here was the triple and then hug the inside, double out of this. I think there was some sort of weird and wonderful line through here where you could stay quite low. I'll probably try and discover that as we go. It was actually quite fast to hug the inside before that Supercross triple, just because of how much grip the bikes have. And then we hug the inside here. Oh no, that was a double triple, not a triple double. And then you'd hug the inside as tight as possible and send the finish line jump. So lap number 1, not ideal, 106. Need to gain about 7 seconds there. And you won't see every single lap and every single attempt of every single track in this video. I'll try and condense it down to the best attempts possible. Oh, good run through that second set of whoops there. I personally always find that one the more difficult of the two. Then we go on, off, scrub the triple. We can scrub this quad now. Used to have to straight air it a little bit. You couldn't scrub it too hard. And then we get to scrub our way through this entire rhythm section because the triples do feel pretty damn small, to be honest. Check up a little bit. It's okay coming up short on that triple out because your back wheel casing it slows you down a lot for the corner, so you haven't got to worry quite as much. We'll get on the brakes pretty hard here. Hug the inside because this 450 just gets over these Supercross triples so easily. And then we'll drag around to the left, check up, triple into the corner, try hugging the inside here, and 59.1. So after 4 attempts total, I've already beat my fastest qualifying lap by half of a second. So Anaheim 1's done. So as I'm making a beeline over to the end of the Houston lap to set a little mark here at the end of the whoops, I got a 57.544 on this track, and I qualified in P6. I'll start putting what position I qualified in as well, because I feel like that's quite relevant to some people. Because I've seen a few videos now over the last few days of people doing the whole, can I qualify, or could I qualify for a pro race? And it's a bit of a weird one, because I remember I'd done the same thing on Sim, probably over a year ago now at this point, and I think the reason that was a little bit more relevant then is because the bikes were the same, whereas these days the OEMs are so much different to the bikes that we played on for qualifying a year ago that it almost just becomes irrelevant at that point. Like, it becomes void, because as I literally showed on that very last track, I don't think that personally I've become half a second lap faster at this game since last year. I think I've probably got a little bit worse, if anything, but the bikes have got better and it's easier to run them fast laps. So I wouldn't, whilst it's a good tool to compare yourself to last year's times, it also can be a little bit dangerous. You might get a false sense of security. There's no way I've just done that in one shot. by 0.9 seconds on attempt number 1. And that didn't feel like I was moving. That's actually disgusting. Okay, there's 2 down already. Right, round 3, which is Anaheim 2 now. I did not have a good qualifying for this. I qualified in P7. I had a 102.4 then, and this was when I was still using the Fantic. For the first few rounds of 2023, I was trying to be a bit quirky, being a bit different using the Fantic, and it ended up not really going too well. Now, I'm pretty sure I have actually beaten that lap time on this track since then, just with lines like that, quadding out the corner very easily, which you just had no chance of doing before on the 2023 bikes we was running at the time. So let's see if we can do this in one shot too. The only difficult part about this track is it is genuinely a more difficult track. It's a longer track, lots more to go wrong, especially this whoop section here can be a bit tricky sometimes. Let's try and skim across the top as best as I can. That was nice. Shifted all the way up into 5th then. I didn't even mean to. Let me go step on, step off, scrub the double into the corner. Try and hug this as tight as we can. That's a little bit too tight. Ooh. Okay, yeah, I'll be surprised if we beat it this lap after that. Oh my god, I'm still try and send it. And around the outside, double this, try and hug the inside as tight as you can. This is going to be close, actually. No way, not even after doing that to the sand, surely not. 102. I've done it again. I've beaten it by 0.3 and I completely missed up an entire section. Was I just washed up last year? What's going on? Yeah, I think I was just awful at the video game this time last year, boys. I qualified in 12th place. This is round 4, Houston, and I had a 53.692, which doesn't sound good by any means. And I think the main culprit for it was the one main rhythm section on this track. I believe I struggled quite a lot because there's a quad line, which I believe is just very easy to get nowadays, like just super easy to get, which I was nowhere near doing, or at least nowhere near doing clean back then. So we'll try our very best. I mean, we didn't do it on attempt number 1. You saw, you did see me crash on attempt number 1 this time. So we'll see if we can do it on attempt number 2 instead. There are some, let's say, more out there lines that are doable on this track now because of these bikes. Like you can send this triple and turn it into a quad and land it no problem if you want to. I'm not going to go too silly with that because I don't think it's necessary to do that in order to beat this time. But you'll see what my first attempt is. I think a lot of the time you gain on this track now is through the whoops. Like these bikes handle whoops so much better. That quad there was the bane of my existence when qualifying was on this track last year. Just could not get it clean to save my life, and now I'm scrubbing it. So shows how strong these bikes are. Usually you'd hug the inside here. But hear me out. If you go outside and step on, I feel like you stay lower overall and probably a little bit faster as well. And I'm even going to send it into the finish line for the fans and see what we run. So not only did I beat it by 2.4 seconds. That is a huge amount of time on Supercross tracks. And actually that would have put me P1 in qualifying. Hells ran a 51.4 last year. I would have beaten that by 0.2 in 2 attempts. That is gross. It looks like this track was the point where I got fed up of doing bad on the Fantic. I actually qualified in P3. So from P12, the round before, changed into the Yamaha, went to P3 this round, and I ran a 53.196. This could be one of them tracks where I don't do it straight away, unless I can gain a lot of time through these whoops. Oh, that's not actually a good run. That's cost me a bit of time there. I didn't stay on top of them very well. But one thing you can do now, very difficult, bear in mind, is if you get this corner perfect, you can now step all the way onto that table, which you couldn't do before. And especially if you get a little bit of erode on it now, it'll make life much, much easier to do it for you. Don't expect to do it this lap, because obviously trying to do silly lines like that, never going to end too well, completely blow that inside rut. It'll be nice to give us a little bit of a gauge, a little bit of a banker to see where we're at. Oh my god, can't slow the bike down. We go on. Oh, no way. Surely not. How? What's this? I'm telling you, boys. I know I probably sound like a grumpy old man when I say like how OP bikes are and stuff, and please don't take it out of context. That's not me saying they're bad. They are too good. They're really, really bloody good. But if I'm trying to just send disgusting lines and beating all of my lap times within a lap, it's disgusting. It really, really is. So yeah, beat that one by 0.1 after trying to send a really silly line and casing it and not hitting the big rhythm through this section. This is unreal. I'm kind of getting ideas on, like, I can tell which tracks I liked and disliked back in the day as well, because this is round 6, which is Oakland, and I qualified in 10th with a 105.3. And if I remember, this was one of them tracks that I think a lot of people struggled on, in all honesty. Like, it's quite technical, especially the long turning rhythm section, really hard to just get it really clean, and it just the whole, even before it starts turning as well, just trying to triple your way through there really perfectly can be quite difficult to do. So we'll see how many attempts this takes. This, again, could be one of them hard ones, especially with the 2 whoop sections on this track as well. You can definitely throw in a quad in here now. Like, that was, I scrubbed that quite hard. That seemed very easy to do. Double all our way round, hit this soupy triple, and then I think this, you have to scrub this double quite hard. And then this corner here would always mess me up, because it's not a 90, it's not a 180, it's like a little bit in between. So my muscle memory just wasn't used to hitting a corner of that angle. Dragon's Back's quite straightforwards. Oh, boys. I struggled so much through them whoops last year. Actually, can we Cooper Webb it? Oh my god, okay. That's the first time I've hit that line. I usually just step on there. I've generally I've not done that before. 104 what's that? 104.6, and yeah, beat it already again by points. Oh, I can't even do maths. 104.6 to 105.3 is 0.7 seconds. We are at Arlington now, which is, well, was the first triple crown round of last year, and I actually have looks like a really good lap time round here. It's a 50.174, and I think that's actually quite good. I can't remember running a sub 50 at all since then. So this could be a difficult one. I'm not sure what I'd done, but whatever reason, back then my suspension absolutely annihilated them whoops. Like, it was so good in them, and I was gaining a lot of time through there. Although I feel like that's a pretty good lap that I ran back then. I did only qualify in P6, so still a bunch of people that were way faster than me. And I think it just goes to show now that qualifying isn't really my strong point. I'm much more of a race person now. It will be interesting to see if I can quad out of this rhythm section now. I couldn't do that back then. So lap 1, no go, 52.5. I need to gain over almost 2.5 seconds basically. So here we go. We've got a challenging one. Doesn't help casing that. Dragon's Back went well. Step on, step off. Scrub that. Try and stay out of the bales. And then we want to try and blitz these whoops as best as we can. Oh god. See, even though I'm in exactly the same suspension as I was on tracks like Houston, where I was annihilating the whoops, because these are a slightly different shape and like different, sizing, different gaps in between, it doesn't handle it as well. I think this suspension is more built for big spaced out whoops like Aerial Test Track, rather than ones that are a little bit closer together. So let's try and go step over. Can I quad this? I'm just going to try and send it for the fans. Quad. Oh my god. Okay, you can. That's disgusting. That's gross. Oh, okay. I think that's my best lap by quite a long way, actually. A 49.25. The only person I think even attempting that quad last year was Skills. And we all know how cracked Skills was last year. So for me to go and hit that on attempt number 1 is... I'm going to sound like a broken record at some point. It's unreal. These bikes are so quick. Now, I couldn't tell you what it is about Daytona. I absolutely hate this track. I'm pretty sure it's just the layout of it. I'm not a fan whatsoever, but apparently I qualified quite well. Okay, please hand that. This will be a bank lap. I qualified in P3 with a 105.1, and I genuinely think I've probably ran about 5 laps on this track since last year. Not one of my favourites. There's some stupid lines, like you can send this to flat and then jump and try and downside this roller, which actually just went absolutely perfectly. That's quite gross. I kind of wish I didn't mess up the start of the lap now, because this could have been a really good one. Now, I think we might actually lose time in the sand, because I think you could hit flat sand corners a lot faster back then than you can now. You can almost step over that now. That was never a thing before. You used to have to really stretch to get up on top of that table there. Okay, so the lines might be different. This whoop section was really brutal as well. People would struggle a lot to get through those. Check up a little bit, go on, off, and then I'd go all the way out here, try and rail the outside of the sand as hard as possible. Oh my god. Let's scrub this bad boy. Nowhere near a 105. I've already hit the 105 mark here. So there's my little banker lap. Didn't even count. Probably because of that big double line that I sent and I went up and over the bales. So let's try again. Let's do yah yeet. That's not... I don't even think that's the fast line, but it seemed pretty damn huge to me. I'm going to be sensible. Going to check up. There you go. Smart lins. Smart riding. Big W's. Try and hit this chicane as fast as I can. Really smooth getting on the throttle so you don't light the back end up. And jump into the corner. Too hard. Reset the track as well. I saw there was a little bit of a road in that sand corner, so I don't want any unfair advantages. Oh god, this could be a hard one, you know. I'm going to try and send this line again that I sent last lap, because that felt huge. Send it all the way onto that table. There you go. Lovely. Check up, hug the inside. There's no need to rail the outside in this corner, because there's no benefit in sending it. Check up again there. Just a little jump. Try and brake. Cut down into the sand. Careful, 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 careful. Power. Go, 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 go. Yeah, I think this could be one of them tracks I struggle with. If I remember back to Daytona, I think I just had like one lap that was good for me, and then the rest did not feel very pretty. And doing stuff like that's not going to help me. Can I triple out? Try and rescue it? Don't know how I'll save that. And then try and get through this brutal whoop section. We'll Cooper web our way through it. We'll just bounce. We'll try and find any way through whatsoever. Up and onto the table. This doesn't feel like an amazing lap by any means, but it might be closer than my first attempt. So let's do that. We're going to scrub the life out of this bad boy. Oh, we might be close again. Oh, no. Oh, that could have cost me. 105.4. No, I'm 0.3 off. Okay. Yeah, that definitely cost me, casing that at the end there. Uh-oh. 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 This isn't going well. It's not going well. Check up. Land on this table. Okay. Oh, no. It's one of them. So, if you was unaware, any Supercross tracks that have a over-under tunnel that you go over and under at some point in the lap, it messes up with the max HUD, where the kind of race line crosses over itself. It won't be until I get through there that you can now see I'm actually 2 seconds behind when instead of like the 20 that it was saying. So it can be a little bit hard to judge where you're at. Not going to carry on that lap. I don't think there's much of a chance there. So we'll send this bad boy. Go again. I think this is the one with the most attempts so far. We're on to lap number 5 now. God damn it, that bridge was always hard to predict. Oh, I've not got the speed, I've not got the speed, I've not got the speed. Boing. Oh, goodness me. Not a big Daytona enjoyer, as you can see. Somehow I'm only down by 0.7 after completely ruining that first sector. Oh my god, I keep sliding out there now. Down by 1.3. Can't see myself gaining all that, although I did have a really, basically crappy half end to that lap anyway. Try and blitz the whoops a bit better. Oh, it's so hard to stay on top of them, man. The front end just wants to dip underneath. I'm only 0.4 down, but you have to remember, I did case the triple before the finish, so that'll give me a few temps. Don't know if he'll... Oh, God, I'm 0.7 down now. Scrub that double really hard and change down into second to get a little bit more oomph because I overjumped that. Okay, there's time on the table. There really, really is. So let's go again. Oh, God. Ah, that's so frustrating. That jump right there genuinely might be one of the hardest jumps of the entire season to time well. It's so difficult to get right. Get up and over that. Boing. I mean, I'm going to carry this lap on. Part of me feels like I might get cuts again for going across the bales where I did. We'll find out at the finish line. Yeah, I crashed. I didn't finish that lap. So this is definitely the track that's going to take the longest. I can feel it. I'm not vibing with it. Not vibing with it well at all. OJ'd at that time. Should I just do the line from last year, which was like go on, off. Oh my goodness. Such a hazard. Again, we're 0.8 down getting to this part of the track, but there's so much time to gain, even just by hitting this rhythm section actually well, which I haven't done again. I got through it though. That's the recommended line. It just wasn't particularly clean. I did gain some time there. That's a decent run through the whoops as well. Managed to stay quite low going into them. And I should gain a tiny, tiny, tiny bit of time. Landing the Supercross triple okay. Let's park that corner. Right, scrub this hard. Nice. Don't scrub this one quite as hard. Nice. And the yeet. There we go. 104.6. My god, my voice is deteriorating as we're doing this as well. Ah, right. Thank god we're past that one. So moving on to Ken Roczen's probably favourite track of last year, Indianapolis, the one that he got his win at. This track should be hard to beat for a different reason than the others. This one is because I think this is probably the easiest track of the season, at least to just hit the fast lines. So it could take a few attempts. It genuinely could, because I'm going to be trying to go so fast everywhere, I might override the track. But my time was a 45.2. That is the time to beat. That's the time on the clock. And we're going to see how many attempts it takes us. The only difficult part of this track, actually, thinking about it, is this first rhythm section I'm about to hit here. There's a little, like, tyre tap quad. Oh, I've actually missed the tyre tap. It doesn't matter, it's fine. Again, the bikes are disgustingly quick. Yeah, up and over that, no problem. Oh, I wonder if I can quad out of this section now, instead of going triple, triple, single. Maybe I go quad in, and then triple out. That could be pretty rapid. Okay, okay. Well, I mean, I might not even have to attempt it. I could just get this done on lap 1. This feels like a decent lap so far. Oh my god, I've jumped that. I think I'll send this in. Please don't have collisions. Ah, the Bows do have collisions on this one. Okay, it's not going to be this lap, I don't think. JK unless. Weren't far off. 46.4. Literally 1.2 seconds after casing that whole rhythm. So we'll, I'll see if I can quad in here. This could be a throwaway lap. Not this bit. But, oh my god, I've almost fived. Okay. Okay. And, yeah, you can definitely hear that quad. I just thought I'd mess about there since I crashed anyway. That's good to know. Oh, you could hit a steamer of a lap time around here now, I reckon. Let's go attempt numero 3. I actually kind of want to go for that quad in again, but I'm scared. Because I don't think I need to do it to beat the lap time, but it would just be nice to get some style points ended on. So I'm going to check up here. I'm going to go all the way around here. We're going to... Oh, that's so nice! And then triple. I didn't actually gain that much time. I gained actually minimal time doing that. Maybe it's because you're in the air so long. No idea. Then we'll go step on, step off, hug the inside. Oh, I did not mean to be in third gear there. That's definitely a second gear job. But we should gain all of my time back from not going off the track in this rhythm section. Check up into here. Lovely. Rail the outside. Send this. We're up by plenty enough. Send the finish line. That is a 44.3. And that actually would have top qualified me. I qualified 5th place with that 45.2. But that 44.3 would have put me in P1. So that is 9 rounds done. Ah, Detroit. The one and only track that I got a win on last year. I think I won EU and NA in the same night, which is quite weird that I won one race all season, but it happened to be both in one night for both series. The reason I won this is if you see a massive double over there in the distance, basically on the very last lap, Hurls decided he wanted to run into one of the death spikes that appear from a road on the track. So I actually got a gift. So I didn't even win it straight up. I led the entire race because he had a bad start, and he passed me on literally the last lap, and then got done dirty by Paboso and zeroed physics. So big W for me. Now, if I remember, qualifying on this track was a bit hectic because you basically had to wheelie as far as you could into that whoop section and pray that you got lucky and you landed on top of the whoops well. So I'm hoping I can gain some time around the rest of the track so we haven't got to resort to that. I need to triple that, not go double single. Oh, this was also the track where Deegan and Jordan Smith got into it a little bit, wasn't it? That was a fun watch. I'm not the biggest Jordan Smith enjoyer. I have no idea how he keeps managing to get these top-level rides when he just throws season after season away from crashing. But I digress. That is a big old triple. Oh, this is also the track that AP decided to lead every single lap except for the last one, didn't they? Yeah, that was a sad time for AP. So my lap time around here was a 57.8. And that's what we've got to beat. I actually qualified P2 by the looks of it. So, yeah, vibing with the track even since qualifying. So we'll see how many attempts it takes us. Obviously, this is not going to be a good one. That is a 105.9 with like a good 7 or so seconds off there. Let's see what we can do. Can I get... Hang on, I'm going to try it. Just wheelie into the whoops. See, I didn't get a good landing. It all depends where your front end lands. So we'll send that. But I am up. So even though that didn't feel like a good run, I did gain time from it. Oh, front end, hold on to it. I got cut down there, got triple out of this corner. Scrub this bad boy, otherwise you're going to land all the way in the berm. Go round to the left, scrub the double. You want to just go step over here into a triple, double all the way into the corner. And then for whatever reason, this one track, the triples in this rhythm section are bigger than any other track, which I always thought was quite weird at the time. And that one's like huge because the takeoff's so high. That's hella frustrating. Oh, I might just do it still, even with casing that. I'm going to try and send this last corner. I'm actually going to try and flat track it on the inside and see if we can cut a bit of track off. There we go. Send that. What is that? 57.5. Oh, I did. Lovely, by 0.3. And that would have put me top quality by 0.2 of a second. Yeah, Detroit, big fan of the Detroit track. Just loading in here to Seattle, and I can't actually remember what track this is. Has it got the sand? Oh, it's the one with the sand section going onto the start straight. Okay, right, so I qualified P3 on this track, and I had a 48.5, like very close to 48.6. So I don't know really what to expect around here. I probably haven't run any laps on it since last year. Oh, I remember this was a little bit of a split line where you could go outside and triple in, and then you end up doubling out, or you can go inside and double in, and then end up tripling out. I can't remember which one was the fastest. What did end up being fastest actually is not jumping to the outside there. It was quicker to check up and then single to the inside. And then all front end in sand, that could be a little bit of a toughie. Step onto this table, step off, triple, over jumping everything, but still managing to somehow get all the lines. Jump onto the start straight. Oh, this was always a bit... Oh yeah, this was challenging, trying to hit a whoop section straight after a flat 90. It was so easy to go into them whoops sideways and just get all kinds of out of shape. Let's go around to the left. Okay, so not quick enough that time. 49.9, 1.4 seconds off on not a terrible lap. So this one could be a bit tricky, actually. Let's try going double in, and then we go triple and triple into the turn. Gained 0.2 there. I think that inside is faster. And I'm actually going to check up here and hug this inside in the rut. That was not good at all. I did not hit that rut well. I lost my time. And then try not to tuck the front end. Now I'm going to try and be a bit experimental here. I want to see if I can hit any big lines. Let's quad in. Oh, you can definitely go like quad, triple. That would be gross. I don't really want to kind of sit on that line and try hitting it over and over again, because I think that could be a deal breaker. Because the quad in feels fine, but I feel like you have to be very, very precise, then hit the next one. So we'll try and just do a faster lap, hitting the lines normally. That would be a good idea. So we'll scrub the finish. We will yeet this to the inside. That was nice, landed that perfectly. Check up here, jump a little bit deeper on that double this time. Scrub again, try and rail these corners as hard as I can, stay nice and low on the jumps. I actually am going to send this, and I apologise if you hear what sounds like farting noises. I promise it's not me, but yeah, your next door's still having building work done, so there's a lot of drilling and all sorts of power tools going on next door. Literally behind the headboard of my bed, so I've had, again, not much sleep. Got woken up early today. I'm going to scrub this. I'm not fast enough. I'm a long way off on what felt like a decent lap. This is a little bit scary, can't lie to you. 0.9, scrub that. I need like 0.5 in the last corner alone. It's not going to happen. Oh, I was close. No cigar. So I had a 48.5. Oh, no, I did. So, oh, actually, what 0.5 is that? 48.536. Oh, I did. Barely. I needed to get a 48.594. So, less than 0.1 of a second. That was so close. I have a little theory on why these tracks have been harder to beat, actually, as you see a black screen for me right now. I think at the start of the year, where I was trying to ride the Fantic, it just wasn't going too well. I was like 2.5 seconds off top quality. And then when I moved over to the Yami, I got more and more comfortable in it week after week. So rounds like this, even though I only qualified in P6, I was only a second off of top quality. So I ran a 1 minute 0.4, so 1 minute, can definitely quad that, a 1 minute flat 0.4. This is Glendale. This was the second of the Triple Crown races of the year. And, oh, that's not how you do that. I think the line through there is just go quad, triple on the left-hand side. This might take a lap or two. Glendale was a very, very fast track. The whoop section on this track was wide open. So I'm interested to see how this suspension handles the whoop section around here, because if it doesn't do it well, I could probably lose a hell of a lot of time compared to last year. I remember blitzing them whoops so hard. Ooh. Hang on. Can you step onto that second table now? I'm going to give it a go. We'll do it live. Do it right now. Go out wide. Cut down. The answer is yes. Whether I want to go for it on a lap, no. Definitely not. Let's go for attempt numero dos. Get a little triple there. You could probably even quad this whole section as well now, rather than checking up and having to single out. All sorts of possibilities available now on this on these bikes. Have completely buggered that up. Unfortunately, I've not yet hit the first sector, so my max HUD will not count the lap properly if I carry on from this point. Also over jumping that in a lot, and then you triple into here, try and slot into this inside rut, completely blow it because you're really bad at following ruts. Is it even worth... It might even be worth stepping over this table as well if you can. Can I step over that? No, that's asking a little bit too much, I think. Okay, I know where I need to improve. I'm hoping that, because I haven't finished a lap yet, I'm hoping that it actually counts the lap at the end of it when I do complete one. You know, sometimes it glitches out a fair bit. So number 3, up and over the bridge, sent that way too hard. Can't scrub that as much. So I've got to check up quite a lot here to go triple, triple. I feel like I could go quad double, but it's the doubling into the corner part that scares me. I'm a bit worried that I'll lose time by checking up so much to double, but we may as well experiment. I'm actually sucking cheeks on this track so far. I don't remember having any issues with this track at this point last year, so it might just be going wrong for me at the moment. Try quadding in again. You can do it, I don't think it's faster. I'll finish this lap off just to make sure I've got a lap in the bag so it doesn't glitch out when I do go for one. And this was just on, off, little triple, and then you hit this corner as hard as you can and tuck the front end before the whoops. Lovely stuff. I ain't even got a banker lap yet to try and compare my lap time to. Because I keep scrubbing things too hard. What's wrong with me? Ah, triple, no, case, no. So yeah, 106.8 after crashing as well. And I have a 1 minute flat to beat. So that's definitely doable. Because then obviously I rolled through the entire whoop section. Okay, suspension does spark the whoops. You just got to proper get off the back of the bike. Oh god, what's going on? I've been riding like absolute crud right now. Right, let's try again. Jesus, this is the longest amount of time it's taken me just to get a actual clean lap without wadding myself. So, let's not scrub this too hard this time. Lovely. Let's scrub this extra hard. Even lovelier. Triple all the way out. Nice. And then I need to check up a little bit here. Triple to the left. Then we quad. And then triple. Try and hook the rut. No. Do you want to do a little tester? Little test. Yep, you can do it. Okay, that's gross. That will save some decent time. I'll do that every lap, hopefully. Fingers crossed. We shall see. And then triple. Oh, God, I've gone a bit far left here. Should be okay, because you haven't got to get too much speed to hit this triple out the corner. Into a quad. Triple. Please don't tuck the front end this time. Thank you. Horsed a little bit coming out of it, but it should be okay. And I don't think I have to go all the way around the outside here to hit this triple on. Oh, it wasn't clean. Got the back wheel caught up just a little bit. I feel like I'm going up in the air in these rhythms rather than going forwards, which is definitely costing me a bunch of time. If I have a good run through the whoops here, it could save me. Please, a good run. Yes, lovely. Then hard on the power. Go, 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 go. Screw. Oh, 100%. That's easy. That's sub-minute. 59.1. Yeah. That beat it by a second, well, 1.3 seconds, and would have qualified me in P2, only 2 tenths behind Hurls. Now, this is Atlanta, and this should, that is keyword there, should be one of the easy ones, because I have played this track more recently, and there are some gross lines that you can sense. So, my time to beat on this is a 1:24.4, which was basically a whole 2 seconds off of the top of quality at the time, which was skills at 1:22. So, what just happened? I feel like my entire PC just pooed itself. Like even my Streamlabs froze. That was scary. Okay, I'm just going to finish off this lap and I'll join you at the finish line again. We'll go for attempt number 2 now, and hopefully my PC doesn't self-destruct its way. If that's like corrupted my footage anyway, I'm actually going to cry. I've been going for 50 minutes now, working my way through all these tracks. I'll be very, very upset. So, on this track, you want to go triple in here. You want to hit this triple there, check up to jump double this, and then you go double, double into the corner. Try and flat track this to the best of your ability. Scrub this very small double. Hug the inside. There's kind of like a 50-50 split on people going inside or outside here. Just depends what you prefer in the rhythm, but then you can go quad, do a little wheelie, tie tap through here. Now, this is where we get a bit different, because I was quadding this last year, but you can 5 very easy. I say easy, I cased it, I checked up, which I shouldn't have done. But I'll show you the rest of the line. So you can 5 that into the sand and then triple out. After this double here, you can quad all the way into the corner really easy. This was a hell of a stretch last year. And then, depending on how lucky you get through this next rhythm, if you get a good drive down here, you can double up and over this wall now, which you couldn't do before. So I might not have to implement that on a lap. We shall see how it goes. Obviously, I need to finish this one first. Imagine we beat the lap time even with a crash. Surely not. I think I struggled with these whoops a lot last year, but you know, the suspension I'm rocking right now. Thank you very much, Aiden, for sending it to me. Working A-OK, and that's not very good. So that wouldn't have beaten it anyway. We're absolutely fine. So again, a 124.4 to beat. Let's try and clean up the lines a little bit. Probably should be scrubbing the finish line harder than that. We'll scrub this one a little bit harder. Go around to the left. I'm not a big fan of wall... I always call them wall jumps. I need to call them bridges. Yeah, over-unders. I'm not a big fan. I always do a really bad job of downsiding them. We'll scrub our way through all of that as hard as we can. Bang it down into second to help us turn a bit tighter. Scrub the double. Hug the inside here. I'm going to go back to the outside because I like going triple in and then going quad and then hit a little weird tyre tap / whoop section. Right, I'm going to try and get this 5 this time. Send it a little bit further. Lovely. 5 triple. Try and slow ourselves down a bit. Got such a fast section. Scrub that. Oh, I went a bit far there, but we should still be okay. Tag the back wheel a little bit. Kind of just want to play it safe now for the rest of the lap. That's not playing it safe, you absolute goober. What's wrong with you? Oh, God, we could still do it. Could still do it. Just give me a good run through these. That is a great run through those. So please don't loop my Larry. And then a good run through the whoops, I hope. Get off the back. Oh, a little bit sketchy at the end. Oh, this could be close. Power, drive, speed, violence, momentum. This isn't close at all. Just check the time. That is very, very easily top quali from last year. I have just beaten my own time by almost 3 whole seconds. And that would have been top quali by 0.8 seconds. So, good bikes. I just got so scared, it's unreal. I was recording for 54 minutes and my Streamlabs closed and crashed, and thankfully the recording saved. So, round 14, East Rutherford, the whoop section behind me, claimed a hell of a lot of lives last year. We qualified in P3 with a 54.7, and I don't really know what to expect, to be honest. I know I'd done an Elim race on this track on one of Reaper Doc's streams not that long ago, but I'd be lying if I could tell you that I remembered any of the lap times then. So we'll see how it goes. There's one quad into the next rhythm that I'm come up to that was a little bit of a stretch back in the day, which probably isn't now. I say quad, it's triple, and then this quad here. Easy, no problem at all. And then can I triple out the corner? Very, very close. All the way across the start. Turn around to the left. Get a little scrub onto the straight. And then the fast line here was going on the right, quadding in here, and then tripling out. But it's very precise. You know, you fall out of the sky a long way. So it's very easy to get some weird physics when you land that quad. And then we go all the way along the start straight. Go, 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 go. Slam on the brakes into the last corner, around the finish, and 55.2. That puts me half a second off of where I need to be. But as you saw, there was some very sloppy moments in that lap, like casing the Supercross triple. So we can tidy that all up a little bit. That's not what you want at all. So let's go back to the pits and we'll try again. Had a marker in the wrong place. I had it before the whoops. I guess I must have been trying to practice them over and over again before the race that was on this track. So we'll scrub the triple our way in. We will scrub again. We will scrub a third time. Let's try not to case this time. Notice that triple seems to go to the left a little bit, and then like the track objects are miles out on the right. Which is a bit weird, because I always go based off track objects just to line myself up with the track correctly. Front end tucked a bit there, so I'm just going to go for the normal double, although I still am an entire second up on where I need to be. So at this moment in time, light work should get it done. Need to just downside this quad nice, which I have. Get this triple clean, which I have. And then get a semi-decent run through these whoops. We'll get a little bit pogo-y, but that's fine. Oh, and the power. Oh, it's easy. Easy stuff. Light work. Literally two and a half attempts. A little bit. There we go. That was a 53.7, which wouldn't have actually put me first. That's half of a tenth off of hers, who had a 53.699. But still, easily beating last year's lap times for me. Round 15. Not East Rutherford. Round 15, Nashville. I love this track now. There's so many big lines available on these new bikes. My time was a 55.2, which put me in 6th back then. And I haven't actually checked to see what lap times are these days. But if we don't beat it by a good margin, I will be very, very shocked. Just so many easy lines now. Like, you can triple this whole section like you never used to be able to. We'll stay low here. I won't bother tripling out this corner. Then you go triple in. Stay away from the bales, please. Thank you. And step onto this table a bit easier than you used to. Scrub your way through these triples. And then this double from wall to wall, much easier than it used to be. You can now quad into this section quite easily, and then quad again. Big send. Scrub double our way into the corner. Round to the right. The only thing I struggle on this track actually now is these whoops. These whoops are pretty damn brutal. That was probably one of my best runs for them ever. Checked up a little bit going into them. Are we going to be able to beat this lap time by a good margin? I had a 55.2 to beat. I got a 53.3. So in one attempt, almost 2 entire seconds quicker. And that wouldn't have qualified me first because Skills is weird and decided to qualify 1.2 seconds quicker than everyone else. He had a 52.9. But I'll take a 53.3. That's very good for me. One attempt. Almost heaven. West Virginia. Blue Ridge Mountains, Shenandoah River. We're on Denver now, if you had no idea. This was round 16. Oh, actually, we're on the second to last round. I'm not going to blitz these whoops, so I want to set a little marker at the end of them. I qualified P4 here, behind Cam, Hurls, and Skills. I ran a 45.1, and don't think I've touched this track since the race. If I'm completely honest, I'm going to have to try and learn this track layout up for 1 or 2 laps. I think it was slam on the brakes and hug the inside as tight as you can here, and then double into the corner. And then is this the funky tyre tap? Yeah, a little tyre tap out of there. Triple. Can you quad into the corner? You can. Okay. What else we got? Yeah, you can quad out of there now. I don't think that was the line back then. I think it was a simple on-off. But you know what? We're hitting big boy moves, hitting big boy lines. Be very surprised if I beat this on the first attempt. No, definitely can't now. So stepping on off is the move there. I just over jumped it a little bit. So note to self to check up next time. Oh, I wish the whoops would be this easy for next year. I think A1's whoop's going to be quite brutal, and there's 2 sets of them as well, which is going to be yeah, they're back to back. So that'll be a make or break part of the lap for people. That was a 47.1, so I need to gain about 1 and was it 1.5? No, I need to gain 2 seconds actually on that time, which I think we can do. There's a couple of mistakes in there. Get our tyre taps done again. Scrub that. Oh, I don't think I'm going to clear this quad. Oh, it's not pretty. Not pretty at all. Can we go quad? Oh my god, you can. Quad. Oh my Jesus. Okay, yeah, this is disgusting. that was sick. I would never even have thought to do something like that last year. But game's a game. We gotta deal with what we're dealt. And I'm going to send it into the finish line only because I think we have a chance of beating it. I mean, made a major... We did. 0.4 faster after casing the first rhythm section. So that quad. Bit of a big line there. So I'm on to the final round here already. This is Salt Lake City, round 17. And I've been going for an hour and 10 minutes. 17 rounds in an hour and 10 minutes to beat my lap times literally works out at about 4 minutes per track, which is a disgustingly quick time to be doing that in. Now, I can't remember... I can't remember what bike I qualified on for this race, but I raced on the Fantic 252 stroke, and I think I came 2nd or 3rd on it. So, if I qualified on the Fantic, this should be quite easy to beat. But I ran a 51.0. I have no recent gauge on what sort of times I should be running around here. This is one of my very, very first times playing it again since the race. I can't remember. There was a few different options in this rhythm. So then triple and then jump all the way around the turn to there. Yes, it was. That wasn't clean. Oh, could have done with that being clean. There was a chance I could have done that on the very first attempt. I need a 51.0. If I send... No, I'm not going to send it. It's fine. Right, 51.5. I only need to gain half a second. That should be fairly straightforward. So up and over that. The whoops on this track make or break it a lot of the time. If you get a good run. That's a great run. Go on, bounce into the corner nicely. Thank you. Go on, off, triple into the corner. Oh, a little bit of a bounce there. Triple out. Scrub the soupy triple as hard as you can. Just try and cut this nice and tight. Good straight run over the wall. Lovely. And then get on the brakes. Round to the left. Step over. Into a triple. Oh, I'm a little bit tight here. Might not get the angle. That could be close. I don't think I cut the bows there. I think I'll be okay. Literally 1.5 seconds up. That is disgusting. Send this. I'm going to send the finish line just for the culture to see what we can get to end the video off. Yeah, yeet. That was a 49.5, which again doesn't get me top quality because Skills is an animal. He got a 49.3. I qualified in 6th actually. I qualified in 5th with a 51.0, so I got a 49.5 there. So beating it by 1.5 seconds, which is actually unreal. Unreal. So that was it. 17 rounds. Fairly easy. So if this will teach you anything, don't go off last year's qualifying times too much. The game has got a lot faster since then. Use it as a general base, but maybe take off like a second off of each lap time that you're trying to improve on as like a bare minimum. But that'll do it for me. Hope you've enjoyed, and again, thank you very much, Levi, for the indirect inspiration for this video. It was a good idea, and hope you don't mind me using it also. So thank you very much to all of you for watching. I hope you have enjoyed, and maybe you've learned some different lines or learned something new on any of these tracks. Subscribe to the channel if you are new as well. I'd greatly appreciate it. And have a lovely rest of the day, whatever you're up to. Catch you all in the next video. Peace.